Okay, so we have been talking about poetry for about 2 weeks now, and we've been using this list of vocabulary words all about the elements of poetry, right? Okay, so we've also had these I can statements on the board. Demonstrate an understanding of the elements of poetry and identify and analyze poetic elements, okay? And we've been looking at a lot of poems in class. We've been pulling out these elements together. Well, now we are going to apply that to song lyrics, okay? So what we're going to do first, before I let you use your own song lyrics that you've chosen, that's going to be the second part of class, we're going to do one together. And I have picked a song. Now, it's Katy Perry's Firework. Now, I did not pick this song necessarily because it was like my favorite song ever. I picked this song because it is packed full of poetic devices. Okay, so we're not going to have a problem finding plenty of examples in this song. Okay, so let me give these out. Okay. So, when we see the title, Firework, what initially comes to your mind, if you had never seen this song or heard this song, John Cooper, what comes to your mind when you hear that word?
4th of July.
Good, okay? 4th of July. Excellent. Would me too. Preston, what about you?
I think of my birthday because my birthday's right next to the 4th of July. And still, like the days after 4th of July, people around my neighborhood are still shooting fireworks off.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of a thing that comes
to mind. And what else? Allie Joe?
New Year's Day.
New Year's, good. Taylor?
On my birthday, sometimes we'll shoot bottle rockets in the air. It's kind of like a firework.
What do all of these things have in common? That everything you've mentioned has what in common, Emma?
Like a big explosion.
Yes, and like a celebration, right? Some kind of celebration. Okay, good. I wanted to get that thought from you before we even started looking at these lyrics, okay? So I'm going to give out, this is a chart. We're going to come back to these lyrics in just a minute. But the chart that I'm giving you is going to help us analyze this song for all of the poetic elements that poetry has, okay? So it gives us kind of a step-by-step process to do this, okay? So I'm going to finish giving everybody an example of this chart. So this chart that I have just given you is called the TP Cash chart. Each one of those letters represents a step in the process we're going to take today. And just like, guys, if you were having to do any kind of investigation, would you not need to be very thorough when you do it? Yeah, like if you were a detective, you would need to look at something very closely. Am I right? Okay. So with reading, even if it's poetry, in order to get all the information from it you can, you need to be thorough. You need to follow a step-by-step process, okay? This is one process that you can use to analyze poetry, all right? So the first step we did together just now. We predicted what we thought the title meant. And yes, they provided the example for us. Okay, so that it came maybe 4th of July poems. Family picnics, birthdays was mentioned. Different types of fireworks maybe. Okay, so that may be what came to mind when you first heard it. So the next step in our process is I want us to look at the poem. We're going to read it like it's a poem, not like a song. you don't want me singing it. I promise you. You don't want me to sing it. So we're going to read it like it's a poem, okay? And then we're going to come back and we're going to paraphrase. We're going to be filling in each one of these categories, okay? So let's first go to our lyrics. We're looking at a shortened excerpt, okay? This is not the full song. Because for time today, we can't look at the entire song, okay? But listen as I read this like it's a poem. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under, screams, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there is still a chance for you? Because there's a spark in you. You just got to ignite the light and let it shine, just on the night like the 4th of July. Okay, now this chorus is very famous. Most of you probably have heard it. Okay, it's hard to read that part without it sounding like the song, okay? So we will come back to it when we paraphrase it, but I want to skip down for time to these 2 stanzas. You don't have to feel like a waste of space. Your original cannot be replaced. If you only knew what the future holds, after a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe you're the reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt, your heart will blow. When it's time, you'll know. Okay, so this is a song, but as we analyze this in just a second, you're going to be able to see lots of different poetic devices that are included here, okay? Let's go back to our chart for just a second. So now that we have just read it, what is your initial thought on the overall meaning in your own words of the song? What do you think is just a message that we could take away? And you're going to need to fill that into this column. Jake, what do you think?
I think it means like if you ever feel down about yourself, you still have something to be looking forward to or something to be proud of.
Excellent, excellent. Zayden.
Like, you're a bright person, you're not a bad person.
Good, very good. John Cooper.
At some points during life, you're gonna get knocked down hard, and you just gotta get back up and keep going.
Great. Taylor, what about you?
I think it's like, if you're ever like thinking that you're not worth it to other people, that you're always worth it to everyone.
You have worth. I mean, you do. You're not some plastic bag that's just out there blowing around pointlessly. Allie Jo.
Everybody has an opinion, and if they say it about you, it may be hurtful, but you can't just let that ruin your everything.
Yes, we don't want to let that have power and control over us. Emma.
Okay, so it says, wanting to start again, do you ever feel so thin, like a house of cards? I like kind of took that, and when it says wanting to start again, you made a few mistakes, and you just feel so like down, and you're.
I like that she brought
really
up mistakes.
thin.
Yes.
You're not. So.
Good, good. Okay, last one on this particular part. All of these are wonderful answers. Preston, what would you put in paraphrase, in your own words, the meaning?
I would say at the very beginning when it says, do you ever feel like a plastic bag? I took that as when it said, like very standing out, like in life things are gonna get hard, and you may feel like you're alone, but you just gotta remember there are people going through this too, and that you're not alone.
good. And guys, what I want you to see is that this one song or a poem can mean many different things to different people. And actually, that's the beauty of it, is that you can listen to a song and it's going to make you think of something or feel something that may be different than someone else. It may speak to you in a different way. And that's actually the beauty of it. Okay, now here is the next category. C is connotation. We've been talking about connotation in class, which is what? What is connotation of words? The connotation of words. Oh, Noah.
Is the way you feel about it when you hear it.
I love that. Yes. Remember, denotation is the dictionary meaning. Connotation are the feelings those words bring out. Now, poetry and songs definitely bring out emotion. And important part of writing them is picking language that creates imagery and word pictures. Okay? So let's go back, and I'm going to start kind of writing on our song lyrics. As you tell me, you can write on your song lyrics. I want you to start looking at each stanza. Let's find some poetic devices, okay? So I'm going to be writing and underlining up here as you give some to me. You can refer to that vocab list that we've been using if you need to. We're looking for things like personification. We're looking for things like metaphors and similes. We're looking for alliteration, sound repetition. Of course, rhyme, refrain. Okay, so when you think that you have found something, raise your hand and I'm going to start marking it. And you can fill it in by C, connotation, on your chart. Okay, Aiden, what have you found?
The first part of it, when it says, do you ever feel like a plastic bag to the wind? That's a simile, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And let me get my pen turned on. And I will underline that. Okay, so this is a simile. So in that section for C, you could put that you have found a simile, first stanza, and you're being compared to a plastic bag. Now, what kind of connotation does that give you?
That you're
Would you want to be compared to a plastic bag blowing in the wind out there on the side of a road or parking lot? No. So right now, that connotation might have a negative meaning. What has someone else found? Good job, Aiden. Okay, Noah, what have you found?
In the 5th verse, it says, you don't have to feel like a waste of space. It's a simile.
I really liked how that was worded. That is incredible word choice right there. You don't have to feel like a waste of space. So it is saying, comparing you and you to a waste of space. It's saying you don't have to be. It is a simile. Okay? Yes, Emma.
It says like a lightning bolt on like the very last, on the very bottom.
Yes.
And that's a metaphor, and like it kind of makes me feel ecstatic, like really energetic. I don't know.
Yes. Well, because a bolt of lightning is going to have a reaction. There should be a reaction from a lightning bolt. Okay? Good. What about you? Let's see. I've already called on Aiden. Preston, let's see what you've got.
Would imagery be something like you just gotta ignite the light and let it shine?
Yes.
You can see light.
That is definite imagery. An excellent word choice. Within that same line, while we're there, good call for you, Preston. But what have we seen inside this line right here? Those two words. They rhyme. Well, which one of our vocab words would apply right here when the rhyme is not at the end of the line, it's inside it? Which one of our vocab words would that apply to? Anna Grace. Internal rhyme. Thank you. Good. So that is another poetic device. All right, Allie Jo, what have you found?
When it says just on the night, like 4th of July, that's
Just on the night. Can we really own a night? Can we really own it? Like in a true physical sense. So this isn't meant to be taken literally. It is figurative, okay? So it is definitely using figurative language. Jake.
Isn't that a metaphor?
Just on the night like the 4th of July. Just on the night like the 4th of July. Well, it's not really making a comparison. I think it's just going to be good word choice and imagery again. Because it's really not making a comparison, okay? All right, let's see, Aiden?
When it says wanting to start again, the first stanza, again an NRA, and also when it says your heart will blow and when it's time you'll know.
Yes, so those are some other rhymes. But now this song does not have rhyme all the way through it. It has some internal rhyme. It does have some occasional rhymes throughout. What I also want you to know, look at in the chorus. This whole part is our chorus. That's going to get repeated in the song. Okay? So firework and worth are what we call near rhymes. They are not exact rhymes. They are near rhymes, okay? So they almost sound exactly like a rhyme, okay? What is make them go oh, oh, oh in this chorus? What is that? You've got it here and you've got it there. John Cooper.
Onomatopoeia, right?
Onomatopoeia, good. And it's also a refrain because it is what is getting repeated, okay? So onomatopoeia, the words are the sound, okay? All right. Preston, what else have you found?
We're in that same paragraph where you found that.
Mm-hmm.
Where it says, "Come let your colors burst."
Mm-hmm.
Would colors burst be imagery?
Yes, we would have more imagery right there. Guys, did I say that it had a lot of poetic devices?
Yes.
And this is only a portion of the song. Okay? Imagery here too. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Again, it's trying to help create these good, just these images in your mind. And let's see if there's anything else that you guys see. There's a lot here. We're not going to be able to cover everything in our time that we have. Okay, this up here, do you ever feel already buried deep? Okay, what do you think that is? Because we can't survive if we're truly like buried deep, 6 feet underground. But what could be going on here, Noah?
Do you already feel like there's nothing left to do if you're already dead?
Exactly. So again, strong figurative language is being used to express emotion. Okay? So again, we're just continuing to use good imagery. Okay, Jay.
Do you think that means like if there's does it mean like sometimes so much stuff goes on, so like it feels like stuff just keeps piling on top of you?
Exactly. Like you're
getting
carrying the weight of the world.
buried.
Yes, that's exactly what this is referring to. And this part here, no one seems to hear a thing. You may be screaming for help, but you feel like no one hears you. How does that make someone feel?
Kind of sad.
Sad. Not good, does it? Okay. Okay, guys, we're going to need to move on to the next category. We were in C. All of this could have been put into the connotation where we were looking at poetic devices. Okay, so we are going to clear this. And now we need to talk about A. We need to talk about the attitude of this song. What do you feel is the overall tone or mood in this song? Okay, as you reflect kind of back on it, Preston, what do you think the overall tone or mood is?
Kind of like uplifting, like the person that's singing this song is talking about somebody that feels really down, and they're just trying to reassure them that they're fine, and they're just trying to pick them up.
Good. Exactly. Zayden?
I feel like a good, encouraging attitude.
A very good, encouraging attitude. Allie Joe?
Maybe she's talking about something that happened to her or in her family, and that's what gave her the inspiration to write the song.
You know, by the way things are explained in the song and worded, it would make you think that the speaker has experienced some of this. They seem to have a pretty good grasp of what these situations feel like. So Allie Joe picked up on that, and her interpretation was that I think this speaker has had some experience with these situations. Good. Anybody else have another outlook here about the tone or the mood? Because I think you're all right. You're all right. Now, let's move to S. Shifts. That's the next thing we can analyze. Do you think the mood at any point in the poem or song changed?
Yes.
Is there anybody that hasn't gone yet that I would love to hear from? Anybody that hasn't gone already? Taylor, what do you think? You have gone, but it's been a little while. Where do you think that maybe there was a shift in the mood or the tone?
I like the start of the song is talking about like how you don't have to feel empty or anything, and then when it says like the chorus, it's talking about how far you could go if you could just get your chin up and just keep going.
Very good. Zayden, do you want to add on to that?
Like while the music is with the song, it's like when it hits like that middle like stanza.
Yeah. This part, the chorus,
It like it starts like getting louder.
which means we want to draw attention to that. Definitely. These first two stanzas do seem to have kind of a more sad tone to it. And then it kicks in, just like Taylor said, and is encouraging and positive for the rest of the song. Okay? So that shift happened right in here. Because you just got to ignite a light. You can do this. Okay? And then that chorus really reinforces the thought. Okay, good job. There was a shift in tone and mood. Okay, now the T. Okay, so we've now looked at this song pretty closely. Now when you hear the title, what do you think of? When you hear fireworks now, okay, something different should come to mind. Emma, what do you think?
Like a very kind of energetic, kind of like crazy song. It's just like
Okay,
so.
so definitely energetic, energy. Okay, what else, Preston?
I think maybe like a firework. A firework isn't like the pretty colors that you think of at first, but you have to start it. You have to start the line for it to actually go up and happen.
Very good. So we need to make sure that we're giving our life everything we can. Like we've got to light the spark, so to speak. John Cooper.
This one is really symbolic, but like a person with a lot of scars all over their body and then like a tuxedo.
Wow, that's an image that comes to your mind. That's very, very deep. I like that. So even though we may have lots of scars and lots of tough things we've gone through, okay, he's saying a person can still put on that tuxedo and celebrate. Because I think we can also come back to fireworks make me think of celebration, okay? And that our life is something to be celebrated. All right? Anything else for the title? Something different that you see or think of? Okay, last T. Theme. And we've talked kind of all around that really the whole time. What do you think the writer of this song, what was their main idea or lesson? And we've kind of been touching on some of this. Ian.
To always keep moving forward no matter what happens.
Good. So true. Allie Joe.
Don't let everything bad just bring you down and take power over everything.
Excellent. Okay, Aiden.
She wants to make sure that you can reach your main potential.
Good. So striving to reach your fullest potential. That's what I want of all of you. I just want you trying your best. Truly. Preston.
I think that it's saying that right now you may feel like you're not needed or that you're worthless, but you can change. Like your destiny has not been decided. You write your own story, but to do that, you have to do it. Nobody else can do it.
Oh, you know what? He brought up an excellent point. The destiny. That you do have to have an active part in it. Absolutely. Emma, did you have something to add for theme?
Well, I kind of took this as like, it means like, because people are calling you names just because of what you do. Like, don't let that stop you and just be yourself and like, be a firework and like, let your true colors like be
Let your
shown.
true colors. Colors, see, the symbolism of colors in fireworks is huge. Good job on bringing that up. So be yourself, let your true colors. There's a song called True Colors. We could look at that one next. All right, so I want to go back to what Preston just said a second ago about your destiny and that we don't know right now what comes next. Okay, it says here at the end, if you only knew what the future holds. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. So something positive. Okay? Maybe you're the reason all the doors have closed. Guys, have you ever thought about that? That there is a reason sometimes that doors may close for you and the answer's no on some things? There may be a reason for that. It's to make you go down a more perfect road for you. That's pretty deep. That sometimes the things that you think are the biggest problems and the biggest issues and struggles may be to get you to turn and go the direction that you're really supposed to be going. That's pretty deep. But Preston kind of brought it up, but I thought of those lines when he said it. So, as we have said many times in here as we've talked about poetry and song lyrics, is that there's so much meaning and depth behind what is used with figurative language. Sometimes we can say things in such a more powerful way than just a literal saying. We can use figurative language and word choice and imagery and make a much more powerful statement. So now you are going to use these same skills that we've been working on to analyze your own song that you have picked. All right? So good job. Y'all have done a great job today. Thank you.
Thank you.